Brute Bonnet is the past paradox form of Amoonguss, one of the most powerful Pokemon in the history of the game. In most cases, players tend to prefer the slower, bulkier stats of Amoonguss, but when you amp up Brute Bonnet's speed, you can actually put a lot of Pokemon in the current meta to sleep before they get a chance to do anything. You can even make Brute Bonnet fast enough to outspeed Pokemon like Qianpao after Tailwind support. On top of this, pairing Covert Cloak Brute Bonnet with Ghost Terra Urshifu Rapid Strike can prevent almost every possible Trick Room setup. Hello everyone, this is VGC Mike back again with more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Regulation G content. We're going to be hitting the ranked ladder once again with my Koraidon team. This time I'll be featuring battles that use my Urshifu and Brute Bonnet. I originally built this team composition to deal with Calyrex Ice Rider. Basically the idea behind this is that it punishes both Fake Out plus Trick Room and Follow Me plus Trick Room. When I was building this team on Pokemon Showdown, I was running into back-to-back games against Calyrex Ice Rider with Follow Me support. This setup basically turned all of those games into instant wins. The reason that I'm using Urshifu Rapid Strike with the Life Orb is mainly because of Ogerpon Cornerstone. If you tear a Ghost, you live whatever grass attack they have every time, and if they Follow Me, the Life Orb will boost your attack to the point to where you can get a knockout on the Ogerpon. You specifically want to use Surging Strikes against Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon because it has the Sturdy ability, so you won't be able to knock it out with just one hit. You have to use a move that hits multiple times. Life Orb is also really cool because it means that you can knock out any Citrus Berry Incineroars that are calced to live Surging Strikes. If you like this type of Pokemon battle content, then please consider subscribing. It really does go a long way toward helping out the channel, and we are trying to pass 1,000 subscribers. With that out of the way, let's get right into the battles. Okay, this is definitely scarier. Whimsicott's a good asset because of Encore. Entei is also pretty sweet because he can't be faked out, he can burn things. Urshifu's nice because he can break through the shields. And Koraidon is just good into Terrapago, so I mean Brute Bonnet's even pretty good here to be honest. They do have a lot of grass Pokemon, and Annihilate can be immune to sleep as well if they're not defiant, so maybe that's not the way to go. I don't know, we have good options here, it's just, you know, what do we want to try to push for? I like this idea, and then, maybe this is better. Something like this. Could also, there's a strong argument to just bring Entei there, either over Chiyu or Urshifu. But Urshifu being very good into Terrapagos and also having the ability to break through the screens and deal some good damage with his Surging Strikes is pretty tempting, so. Okay. So here I'm just going to double up on the Ape. This is not the lead I was expecting for sure, but maybe their final Gambit. Looking at the team, I thought it would be like Bulk Up Ape as like an alternate option for, okay. So I would say that's a very big indicator that they are final Gambit, which is surprising. Okay, Grimmsnarl. So we'll probably knock him out, honestly. Yep. Wow, and we're gonna break the shell too. Might even get a flinch off. Okay. Yep. So they just want Whimsicott out of here. Interesting. I guess Urshifu? We actually have a really scary play here. If they bring the Annihilate back. Okay, they did. Alright, so let's get them. Terra Ghost, Close Combat, and Dark Pulse. I mean, there's no way they're not going to final Gambit Urshifu here. I mean, I guess if they're afraid of Aqua Jet maybe, but I still think this is safe then either way. Unless they just go Rage Fist or something and actually pick up a knockout, even though we haven't hit the Annihilate. Yeah. Let's see if any of this plays out. No, yeah, they for sure, that must have been Final Gambit. And into the Ghost Urshifu. Picks up the knockout on the Terrapagos, and then the Dark Pulse deals massive damage to Annihilate, and then he's stuck in there using Final Gambit, so that was a pretty oppressive turn there. Kudos to the opponent, or good game to the opponent, but yeah, sorry if I'm sure, seeing as how they literally just turned off the switch there, that probably was pretty annoying to them. Alright. So Kyogre definitely, you know, could go either way, as you might expect in a Sun versus Rain matchup. I think we'll bring Brute Bonnet, because it does resist water. I mean, Chiyu and Entei are definitely weaker into either Urshifu or the Kyogre, assuming that's a water Urshifu, which I guess it isn't guaranteed, but you would think so on a rain team. Alright, let's go with that. One cool thing is every single one of our Pokemon does resist water, so okay. So let's go for a Moonblast on Urshifu. And a Surging Strikes on the Grimmsnarl. Not sure if this is going to be like a Thunder Wave Grimmsnarl or what exactly they'll be doing here, but we'll see in just a second. Normally I would think screens, but I just don't really see, like, I didn't really see a Pokemon on the team to set up the screens for. Okay, yeah, they're probably just going to Spirit Break us. Okay. Interesting. We're also Life Orb, which is kind of rare, I would say. Yeah. So they double up on Urshifu. And I think we can just Moonblast and Spore. And this is where Thunder Wave would be tough, if they have it. Okay. Okay, so they put up a Reflect. Definitely going to be a little annoying later. And none of their Pokemon resist. Moonblast, so even if they switch out, this should still hurt a little bit. Alright, so we'll pick up the knockout on our Urshifu there. And then we'll taunt Grimmsnarl. It's not the worst thing you can really do to us is Spirit Break, which is super effective, but not the end of the world. Okay, and they're going to start with Tornadus. And I'm going to Tailwind and Spore. Cool. So let's see if they Tailwind, because if they don't, we're actually going to put them to sleep immediately. Because we have enough speed investment to outspeed Tornadus. Yep. So now I'm going to Moonblast Tornadus and attempt to Spore the Kyogre. So we're just putting everything to sleep. Yep. If they do, wake up on the first turn right now, that definitely will suck because Bleak Wind will really, really deal some big damage. So let's see if they get it. It is a 50-50, so it's fair game. Okay. I think we're fine then. Yeah, let's Moonblast. And I'll taunt Grimmsnarl again. So they actually got a triple sleep. But at least there we didn't have to worry too much about the Bleak Wind coming off and knocking us out. And then we'll taunt the Grimmsnarl. So we did get a little lucky with our sleep turns there for sure. Won't deny that, but now we don't have to worry about the taunt from the Grimmsnarl. And now they really are out of options because even though it's our last turn of Tailwind, Grimmsnarl can't do anything except attack. So we can pick up a guaranteed knockout on the Grimmsnarl. And then we can guarantee sleep Kyogre here. So yeah, they're going to try to play it out, which is fair, but they shouldn't really have any options at the end of the day here. All right. And I'm okay with just Moonblast and Crunch. Battle's cancelled, yeah. So we didn't actually need Koraidon, but we did get lucky with our sleep turns a little bit. And if they tried to play it out and woke up the next turn, then there's a good chance we would have needed Koraidon if they started picking up knockouts with Icy Beam or Ice Beam, but I wasn't super worried about that because, yeah, with those two attacks going off, following in with Koraidon coming in afterward, we should have been pretty safe there. Oh boy. Koraidon. I mean, this has elements of Perish Trap, and then there's just a Koraidon that hits like a truck, I guess. I'm okay with Brute Bonnet here, because Brute Bonnet, well, I guess Brute Bonnet is pretty sad into the Ogre Pawn. Wait, no, Brute Bonnet's bad. Brute Bonnet is very bad, because of Koraidon. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this. This is what I usually do against Koraidon, normal Koraidon teams, but this is definitely not a normal Koraidon team, so this is probably just going to be a free-for-all here. Okay. So I'm just going to target down Goth, and I'm going to immediately Terra Ghost. Because I do not want to deal with Don't want to deal with Trick Room. Don't want to deal with Fake Out and then getting one shot with like a liquid voice, hyper voice situation. Okay. Alright, they're just gonna pair song. Like I said, there was elements of Perish Trap there. That was not what I expected, though. Okay, so they're gonna go right into Koraidon. Kind of want to Encore. And Dark Pulse. I mean, we're Focus Sash, so there's not really any downside to it because they can't knock out. Oh, okay. Yep. Okay, Volt Switch into Chio. That does bring us down to our Sash. So this is going to be a pretty weak Dark Pulse. I think I'm just going to go all in here. This is tough. Let's Protect and Overheat. I need enough damage on the Primarina so that I can deal with it with one of my other Pokemon in the back, because my Pokemon in the back are very weak to Primarina, so hopefully that's gonna be enough damage. Alright. We could either go for a Speed Tie, or we could set up the Tailwind. I'm going to switch into Entei and Protect. I just don't think they're going to target down, yeah. Let's see if they do target down our little Whimsicott here. Alright, Will-O-Wisp. That's a pretty decent play, because that means we pretty much have to knock out that Pokemon. So I'll Extreme Speed and actually I think Sacred Fire is just stronger. So let's try this. Because of the sunlight, I think it's stronger. It's also stab. As long as we don't miss. If they miss and just like Moonblast Koraidon, it's going to be real rough. Okay. I think we have them in a good spot here, because you either have to use, assuming your choice, because it seems like their choice specs to me. So they either have to lock into a dragon attack, and then they can't beat Whimsicott, or they lock into an electric attack, and then you're not dealing very much damage to Koraidon. So yeah, they just cancelled.